Every 4 years on January 20th, an important event occurs in the United States. A president takes the oath of office during an inauguration ceremony. This week, more specifically today, is a very important day in our history. The 20th Amendment to the Constitution specifies that the term of each elected president of the United States begins at noon on January 20th of the year following the election. Each president again must take the oath of office before assuming the duties of the position. On January the 20th, today, our new president, Joe Biden, will be sworn in and take the oath of office. Well, what does that even mean? Is the president going to be swearing and using inappropriate words, you might think? Absolutely not. When someone is sworn in, they make a promise, and this promise is called an oath. Generally, people are sworn in when they are witnesses in court, getting married, or when they start new official jobs. When the new president begins his or her job, he or she will make a promise or oath to be honest and defend the Constitution. The president will be sworn in at a ceremony that is called an inauguration. Inauguration festivities include an inaugural parade and numerous balls. This is a day of great celebration. And so what we are going to do today, we have an informational text that we are going to be reading together, and we're going to answer 4 questions in a text entry box. That is what we're going to do for reading. This is the actual text that we will be reviewing today. Once we complete the reading of this particular text, then, as I said before, there are going to be 4 read and respond questions that we are going to complete. And we are going to do that in a text entry box today. We are going to be reading for the following. We want to discover why an inauguration is important. We want to find out, has every president been inaugurated on January the 20th? Is that date set in stone? That's something we're going to be looking for. We need to be looking for what kinds of events and traditions does the new president participate in on Inauguration Day? And then we will have a short response where we are going to think about, due to the pandemic, how do you think Inauguration Day 2021 will be different than past inaugurations? And when we get to this particular point in our activities for today, I want us to think about how life was before the pandemic and what we have to contend with now that we are in the middle of a pandemic. I want you to think about all of the rules and the regulations and things of that nature that we as citizens here in the United States have to contend with, again, as a result of the pandemic. Once we finish this particular section, then we are going to check our social studies course. And our social studies course is going to give us a few more activities where we are going to be actually viewing President Biden's inaugural address today. And as we are viewing the inaugural address, we will be completing a graphic organizer that will be focused on the topics that he will be addressing in his speech to the American people. So, as you can see here, this is the actual chart that we will be using as President Biden is giving his address. And I'm going to just move the screen around here so that you can see. It's going to say first, second, and third topic. Okay, and you are going to be identifying the topic, whether it's healthcare, whether it's prison reform, whether it's the COVID response. Thinking about 3 main topics that appeal to you in his speech, and you're going to jot each one down in each column. Then you're going to give a description of the topic. What examples does the president use when discussing this topic? Why is the topic important to America? And then finally, as you guys are listening to his speech, or even afterwards, I should say, we are going to be filling in this bottom row about each one of the topics. What, if anything, does the president propose to be done to address this topic? Now, I said we can do it afterwards, but if you are able to get your notes jotted down in your journal during the speech, you are more than welcome to do that, and then we can get them transferred over to our graphic organizer so that we can get it submitted. Either way will be fine with me today, okay? So, I want us to, again, get our minds ready because you, as 6th, 5th graders, you guys are going to be voters here very soon. And so I want you to know that your voice and your vote matters. And it all comes to this particular day when there is a changing of the guards and a new president is being sworn into office to lead our nation forward. Okay? So, again, I want to make sure that you guys have your earphones out today. Make sure that you have your reading journal and a writing utensil. It could be a pencil, a pen, a marker. It doesn't matter what you want to use to take notes. I'm okay with that. But just know that when we talked earlier about having a vision, we know that visions are very important. And so our vision today is to pay attention to the president during his address so that we can identify those topics that resonate or are important to us and our families, because I'm sure you guys have talked about some of the topics at home around the dinner table with your family or in the family room, on the sofa, or what have you. So I want you to have a vision for today, okay? And so I will see you on the other side of the inauguration speech.